Hello everybody, welcome to My Hero Academia Season 4 episode, what are we on, 8? Christ, are we really on episode 8 anime review? I didn't realise we were that far in, to be completely honest. But yeah, this episode, it was good, you know? We learned more about your boy Tamaki. Also, the bad guys don't seem all bad. I mean, they are bad, obviously, but you know what I mean? They're not just generic mooks. They are generic mooks with bonds, I think was what we learned. So yeah, that was good too. It makes it feel more like it's going to be a more even clash than it perhaps would have been. Because I was expecting the heroes to stomp them, quite honestly. But no, it looks like it's going to be a little bit closer than we thought, and that's good. That is a good thing. But yeah, I can't think of anything else to say in this beginning bit, so let's just jump right into the episode. Why not? Let's do this. So the episode opens up with Tamaki's first day at school. I mean, it was not UA, it was like elementary school. He's little. And he was like very shy and no one would talk to him because, feels bad, man, you know? Except Mirio. Mirio talked to him, was like, hey, hero. And he's like, Mirio, you're like the sun, bro. And that's a recurring theme in this episode is Tamaki thinks very highly of Mirio. Also, learnt Tamaki's name. Sort of had to because this episode was all about him. So, it'd be weird if I went the whole time not knowing his name. Present day, obviously, the fight's going on still and everything. They're splitting up. There's some people staying behind to fight to hold off the mooks, and some heroes. All the main characters just so happen to be the ones to go on ahead. Thought that was pretty funny. And then there's a secret compartment they find. He's seen it in the vision. You know what I mean? And yeah, some more guys show up and split them up even more. Bubble Girl stays behind, for example, and I don't like her quirk doesn't really help her. It just makes bubbles. She used it as a distraction and then just did some martial arts. So really, she should be martial arts good. I'm half tempted to cut that joke. That just was awful. Anyway, leave it in. It's fine. So yeah, they split up a little bit more. Keep going. There's a wall in their way, and I was like, weird. That wasn't there before. Mirio, I don't remember what it's called. It goes through the wall, and he's like, nah, it's a fake wall. Or it's not a fake wall, but it's a hastily put together wall. You know what I mean? And so they bust through it. Kirishima and Deku bust through it to give them something to do this episode, I guess, because Deku's not had a lot to do recently. You know, that's fine. You know, having a lot of characters is hardly a bad thing. But I mean, he'll get his moment. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive he will get his moment. While they're progressing, some guy injects himself. I forgot what they called him, and then he can he fuses with the wall because that's his quirk, and he takes over the wall and starts distorting everything. Like the concrete he's in, so he can just repurpose the place wherever he wants, which seems a bit broken. Yeah, and Tamaki starts panicking. He's like, "Oh God, guys, what are we gonna do?" Mirio's like, "Okay, it's okay, Tamaki, I got this. Focus and all that." He runs off ahead by himself, so I'm sure he's gonna be absolutely fine. I'm going to assume him being by himself, he's going to find Overhaul, have a brief fight with him, look like he's going to die, and then Deku's going to save him. Maybe. I'm just spitballing ideas. That's what I think might happen with him. But yeah, that's the last we see of him. The others then get like a hole opened in the floor. They all get deposited in that hole, and there's 3 guys there. And Tamaki's like, "It's all right, dudes. I got this by myself." And I'm like, Tamaki, there's 3 of them. Math and all that, you might struggle just a little bit, which, there's nothing wrong with losing to 3 people, 3 on 1. In fact, that's the natural course. I'll be more impressed if you can win, Tamaki, which, I mean, we'll get to it, but yeah, he might win. I don't know. Who can say? There's some brief back and forth chatter and quirk usage between the heroes and the 3 musketeers. I don't know what they're called. And yeah, eventually Tamaki just gets sick of this. He's like, "Alright, tentacles, wabam, I got this, guys, you go." Aizawa quirks them before they leaves and knocks out one of them. Twists his neck. He should have been dead, let's be honest. But no. Tamaki's like, "I got this, I'll bind them myself." All good. Everyone else leaves, Tamaki's got them. Fat Gum is like, to the others, like, "Believe in Tamaki, he says he's got this, so he's got this." And I'm like, alright, if Fat Gum says it, it must be true, he looks like a trustworthy individual. But yeah, then the rest of the episode basically just focuses on Tamaki fighting the dudes. They regained their quirks. Oh no, they're so you know they can fight back and everything. They're loyal to Overhaul because he like we'll get a bit more on it a bit later on. But I'll just say it now. They were all like society like rejected them basically for various reasons, or they hit hard times, and Overhaul took them in. Probably because they were weak and easy to manipulate because he's a bad guy. Or maybe that's the twist. Maybe he's like, no, I actually do care about my subordinates, but I doubt it. So obviously they're grateful and loyal to him. I don't think he cares one iota about them personally, but who knows? Maybe I could be wrong. We get another flashback of Tamaki with it's like gym class, and he was impressed by Mirio because despite the fact that he headbutted a wood board, he was still positive and made everyone else positive too. And that's a life lesson. If you get hit by if you headbutt a wood board, be positive about it. And then Mirio is like, Tamaki, it's because you're here and you can do things despite being so nervous that I can do what I do. So they bounce off each other, both impressed, or like they're both inspire each other, and that's good. They're best friends. That's a good thing. He's like, then we learn basically the meaning behind the Sun Eater name, which again is a cool name, and it's nice to finally have the meaning for it. Because Mirio's the sun, but they're like Tamaki. He's like, Tamaki, you're even a bit brighter than the sun, or you're even stronger than the sun. So you're the Sun Eater, which that's pretty cool. Why wouldn't he be the moon though? Sun Eater's cooler, but like sun, moon, they're like opposites. It feels like that would be more apropos. But what do I know? Not a lot, honestly. Then he, after this flashback, uses a bunch of animal parts to like, I forgot what he calls it. It's like hybrid something, and he's got like crab arms. He's got armor on. It's like a fusion of a bunch of different things. Does he really like seafood, or is it only seafood he can do? No, because he had wings before. Maybe he just really likes seafood. I mean, fair enough. So yeah, they fight, and then the one that got knocked out gets back up and starts eating him. And I'm just thinking, does he feel that? Because they're technically parts of his body. So when he's eating it, does it feel like he's getting parts of his body eaten off? He can't do. He wasn't making nearly enough of a scream, an in pain noise. I'm going to assume that that's not how that works. They're just like extensions. Maybe. I have no idea. Again, we learn Overhaul saved them all. But he does defeat the three of their... They've got really good teamwork, we learn. And then he defeats them because he kicks a crystal at one of them. And then, honestly, the climax kind of came out of nowhere. It was very, very like, boom, done. Like that. He kicked a crystal, he ate a crystal as defense, and he beat them all. And it was just like, oh, that was quick. After the big old back and forth we had, the ending of the fight to me felt very, very like out of nowhere almost, which was kind of weird. It was still good though. I'm not going to be like -0 points. -0? That's just 0. Yeah, I know numbers. Yeah, it was good. I like this episode. It seems to indicate to me what we're going to get for most of the remainder of the season, or the part. For a little bit, it's just going to be every episode we're going to have people fighting, and that's fine. I like fights. It's a battle shonen. Like, what are you here for if you don't want fights? You're like, nah, I don't want no fights. I want to see them running and talking. And running and talking are important, but fighting is also fairly important in the battle shonen. I don't know who we're going to focus on next week, maybe... Oh, no, I do, because it was called Red Riot. Obviously, it's going to focus on Kirishima. I should have remembered that before I said that. Yeah, Kirishima, obviously, is where we're focusing next week, which should be good. It's kind of weird, because he already had an episode dedicated to himself, but he can have another one, I don't care. Also, kind of want to know what the ladies are doing back at the beginning. Maybe they're going to have an episode a bit later on, or they're going to show up again later. I have no idea. Overhaul is still trying to leave, I think. I think he briefly showed up at one point. Should be good. Should be good. What's happening clearly is the allies are getting whittled down as they get closer to Overhaul. So then at the end, it's going to just be Deku or Deku and Mirio. Maybe Night Eye can be there as well. Yeah, should be good. But yeah, that was the end of the episode. I think I'll wrap it up here. Thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, Consider subscribing and liking and commenting and all those other things YouTube likes. Liking, commenting, subscribing is what that was, in case you missed it. I will see you next week for another episode of this, and bye guys.